Kudos to you, sir. Yeah. Kudos. All right, to our next story. You know, let's take you to Benue State. The governor of Benue State, Hyacinth Alia, is a totally exasperated executive as we speak. The new helmsman there has urged the Minister of Livestock Development, Idi Mukhtar, to champion the legislation that would prohibit open grazing in the country and promote ranching. Governor Alia wanted to integrate Benue into the livestock productivity and resilient support project to bridge existing gaps in livestock infrastructure. To the Benue State Chief Executive, banning open grazing and promoting ranching would end herdsmen's killing. We believe him. But we'll share the story anchored by TVC News' Mayowa Okunato. Let's go there.
Participants at the first Benue Livestock Summit were drawn from farmers, pastoralists, civil society, and policymakers converged in Makadi, the state capital, for their two-day summit. Governor Hyacinth Alia, in company of the Minister for Livestock Development, arrived for the event as they are welcomed by cultural dancers. The Director General Bureau for Livestock Development and Transboundary Animal Disease Control laid the concerns affecting the sector, while the Executive Secretary of Benue State Investment Promotion Agency lists the gains of commercializing livestock.
The livestock sector is a critical component of Nigeria's economy, contributing significantly to GDP. However, despite this enormous potential, it continues to face numerous challenges, including limited access to finance and market linkages.
Nigeria's demand for red meat is 1.5 million metric tons. But unfortunately, we're producing only 600,000 metric tons.
The Minister for Livestock Development urges Benue to align with the $32 billion industry by allowing the development of the grazing routes and reserves in Benue.
The sector will be modernized and the potential grown to $74 billion by 2035. This is our own strategic direction.
One of the critical takeaways I expect from this summit is an articulated roadmap for establishing ranches, and also to develop 3 cattle, sheep, and goat ranches per senatorial district.
Meanwhile, the National Secretary of Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria welcomes the development and calls for dialogue over the insecurity in Benue State.
Pastoralists, especially Fulanis, was thieves, and Benue people are in cordial relation for ages. And we hope that we are going to sit down together, dialogue, and maintain and bring back all the lost glories.
The two-day Livestock Development Summit continues as participants feed their eyes with products on display. Mayowa Okunato, TVC News, Makadi.
Yeah, thank you, Mayowa. I'm sorry, I kind of wanted to mangle your surname, Okunato. Now I know, Mayor.
Yeah,
okay, so Benue State, you know.
I agree with the governor, and I think the president, who has shown that he wants to change the narrative.
Yeah.
Because by establishing
the
Ministry of Livestock, shows that we want to do things differently.
Yeah.
And I want to advise the president that he should consider banning open grazing all over the country.
Yeah.
He should mandate each state to have ranches all over the country where it is only in those designated areas that you can take your cattle or whatever livestock that you have, and that's why they can graze. You cannot do open grazing. If you are found to have done that, I think there should be a law where your livestock will be seized and then handed over to the state ranch.
Ranching makes your cattle look healthier.
Yes, it's because these people, it's cultural thing. They've been this is how we've been doing it for ages. This is how it was passed down to us from our forefather. You can't do that again, because by the time you move a cattle, by the time you move a cow from the north down to Lagos, by the time the cow gets there, it's leaner, is not fit, is not healthy.
Lost a lot of body mass and so on.
But if you do that within a ranch, you can even get a fat, healthy cow. So I know that Benue State have banned it, but it's not effective because others, these herdsmen can still move from one state to another.
Yeah.
So I think the president should look at how they can make it a national law to ban open grazing, and then encourage ranches all over the country, each state doing that for the state. And then there will be a law to say you cannot do open ranching, because if you are found to have done that, they will seize your cattle and then take it to the government ranch. That means you have forfeited it. You may even be asked to pay a fine or something to do that. It is important. In what is remaining is the will to be able to do that. We should be able to move beyond that Ministry of Livestock and then have a comprehensive plan to be able to do it properly. And then we can generate a lot of money from this, because we have the potential to generate a lot of money from this business.
Oh yeah, I'm beside. When your cattle look healthy, you can express a lot of, you can get a lot of milk.
Yes.
The country would be better for it.
So now that we have a Minister of Livestock, let us move a step further by saying that, look, let us have a framework that everybody will operate within that framework. And one of it should be the ban on open grazing.
Because ours is just to give these suggestions, you know, and we expect leadership to take heed.
Yeah, you see, there's no way we can achieve our goal if the killings going on in Benue State and some of the states of the North Central continue. We have to stop open grazing. It is open grazing makes absolutely no sense now. Because I saw a video in which some criminal herdsmen moved into someone's farm and began to harvest his cassava and were slicing the cassava and feeding to
the cattle. I saw it.
Nobody will go through that and will become normal. There are times when they set ablaze your farm so that fresh grass, you know, after the fire, fresh grass will sprout. That fresh grass they want to feed to their cattle. There was a man, a retired naval officer, that they set ablaze his orange plantation in Kwara State for that goal of ensuring that fresh grass sprouts from the area that was burnt for their own cattle to feed on. Between January and December 2023, 119 herdsmen attacks were experienced in Benue State. And in those attacks led to about 500 deaths. So in some cases you just find an attack leading to like 100 deaths, as we saw in the Mangu area of Plateau State.
How would such a harvest gladden somebody?
I mean, the point really is that these guys use mercenaries. When you attack a farmer's farm and you can see that he has lost all that he labored for that year, he will want to avenge the attack. And the cycle of attacks then continues. That is why it's been suggested that, okay, let's have open grazing ban. In 2017, Autumn, the former governor of the state, that some people continue to taunt him, he came up with this law. He came up with this law.
Banning open grazing.
Banning open grazing. Nigeria, when you look at how much money Botswana is making, Botswana is very strong in solid minerals, especially gold and diamond. But the kind of money that Botswana makes from export of livestock products, we do not come close at all. Hi. Livestock alone accounts for more than 80%.
Even though we have the potential.
We even have greater potential than them. More than 95% of Botswana citizens have cattle. They have cattle at communal level, have cattle at family level. Individuals have cattle. They built a national university with proceeds of cattle.
Really?
Proceeds from cattle alone. So cattle is a big, big business in that small country. But look at us. We do not know that we are actually sitting on a gold mine.
Yeah.
When it comes to livestock in our country, Yobe is #1 in Nigeria. But there are other states too, Borno, all of them, that look, if we have a very solid plan, even the Southwest.
Yeah, even the Southwest.
Even the Southwest. But let's do it the right way. Let's localize cattle in ranches. They can't be free-ranging just anyhow, going into people's farms and eating their crops. And when they fight back, you start killing them. In Benue, at least 13 local governments are constantly under attack from criminal headsmen. This governor is seeing it now. Shebi, when Otom was there, many people were saying, oh, every time he will use cattle, he's always talking about attacks that he has no, he's always talking about headsmen. He has no achievement to point at. Yes. Do you know how many people have been killed by criminal headsmen since Governor Alia took over? Any governor who is in Benue will face the same problem that Otom faced. Otom came up with the law. This governor did not repeal it. There is just an amendment to the law. So it means that there is a need to solve that problem. And we cannot continue to waste time. We must find a way to solve the problem. It's even antiquated. You go to US, look at their cattle from Florida. See how big they are.
Oh, yeah.
And all of them are in ranches.
They are in ranches. Even our friend here, Wasiu, the one who said people will Ganusi the other day, you know, look at his cattle. I want to go and see those.
No, his cattle are not. His cattle is like the Argentine cattle.
They're very big,
and they came from the north and Niger.
Yes, but you see, when they are localized, everything they need, their water, everything is available. Yes. They will even produce more milk.
It's nature at work.
See, those ones that are free ranging, that are moving out from the north to the south, how much milk can they produce?
Yeah.
But Wasiu's cattle, where they are, they don't need to struggle for pasture. What they want to eat is available. They will produce more milk for him. They will also produce more meat. Yeah. So this is the thing. People need to understand this.
We're talking about things that sell for 40, 50 million, 60 million.
That was
yes, that's what it sells.
I saw the video where it was even giving them food by himself.
Wow. You know? All right, folks, we'll go on a break now. We should be back shortly. Please stay with us.